Hello, today's video we have the following content.
Scheduled for the Spring Festival. CCTV.com announced the voting rankings of 5 movies. Xiao Zhan's new film far surpassed The Legend of the Gods 2. The Golden Rooster Award winners came from the Spring Festival movies. CCTV.com released a list of 5 Spring Festival movies, including The Legend of the Gods 2 and Bunny Bears. The top tier Xiao Zhan's works have the highest voice, and the audience is looking forward to the Spring Festival movies. Sure enough, the Spring Festival is the busiest time of the year. After a period of Golden Rooster Awards selection, this year's Best Actor and Best Actress have been produced, and they are still from the Spring Festival movies. First place, The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero just relying on the original Jin Yong and director Sui Hark. These 2 points are enough to make those martial arts fans go to the cinema to see the excitement. Everyone knows that director Sui Hark is an important role in Hong Kong's new martial arts movies, and his skills are obvious to all. Many people are very happy to see the film he directed this time. When everyone saw that the leading actor was our top streamer Xiao Zhan, everyone was very excited. As expected, the number of votes for this movie is firmly ranked first, and it is several times higher than the number of votes for the second place. The audience is also looking forward to Xiao Zhan's Guo Jing, and many netizens even rated him as the most handsome Guo Jing in history. Some netizens are not optimistic about Zhuang Dafei, who plays the heroine Wang Rong. After all, there are many people who play the role of Wang Rong, but few can be considered classics. What's more, Zhuang Dafei is a little flower with no representative works. It is really worrying whether she can play this role well. For example, Lei Jiayan's Article 20 and Li Zhengxi's Let's Shake the Sun Together, although the latter was withdrawn for some reason, it was re-released. Gold will always shine. As long as the quality of the movie is good, there is no need to worry that the audience will be unwilling to go to the cinema. Looking back over the past year, how many movies can really be considered good movies? Seeing that there are only 2 months left before the Chinese New Year, I am particularly looking forward to the movies in the Spring Festival file. Recently, CCTV.com Entertainment released a list of 5 movies for the Spring Festival, and also launched a vote. Are there any movies you want to watch during the 2025 Spring Festival? In addition to the long-known Fengshen 2, there is also the Bunny Bears series that must be watched every year. This time, 3 new big movies have been launched. All of them are scheduled for the Spring Festival, that is, the first day of the Lunar New Year. Each of the 5 movies is not simple, and it feels like they are competing for the championship before they are released. What is even more surprising is that there are works by top male stars Xiao Zhan in these 5 movies, and this one has the highest voice. 5th place, Bunny Bears. Restart the future every year during the Chinese New Year. There must be a Bunny Bears, and this movie is always stable. Take last year's Bunny Bears, Reverse Time and Space for example. This movie is amazing. It earned more than 2 billion yuan and is the highest grossing movie in the Bunny Bears series in recent years. If you walk into the cinema, you will find that this movie is not only watched by children, but also by parents with children, and those children who have grown up with Bunny Bears. Bunny Bears really accompanied many people through their childhood. It seems that this movie is not just about 2 bears and a lumberjack. When watching this movie, the audience felt very relaxed, as if they were back to the happy time of their childhood. At this moment, no matter how much pressure and trouble there are, it feels like all of them have disappeared. And it is also suitable for the whole family to watch together, which not only increases the parent-child relationship, but also enlivens the atmosphere of the new year. Why not? 4th place, Detective Chinatown 1900. Since the release of Detective Chinatown 3, we haven't seen Wang Baoqiang and Liu Horn in the Spring Festival for 3 years. Since the first part came out, the Detective Chinatown series has firmly grasped the hearts of the audience, but from the first to the third part, there is a gap of 3 years between each part. I heard that this Detective Chinatown 1900 is a prequel to the Detective Chinatown series. The story techniques and forms of expression have taken a new path, and even the character settings are different. This time it is no longer the funny duo of Qin Feng and Tang Ren, but the traditional Chinese medicine Qin Fu, played by Liu Horton, and the Chinese Ui, played by Wang Baoqiang. The two were involved in a bizarre murder case. Just when everyone was clamoring to close down Chinatown, they fought wits and courage with the evil forces along the way, and finally found the murderer together. Although it is still a detective story, it is even funnier this time, and it will definitely make the audience laugh while watching the movie. Third place, Operation Jaya Long. If you are not used to this name, you can also call it Operation Red Sea 2. I believe that when everyone watched the first part, they were shocked by the performances of Zhang Yi and Wang Jinggao, and this film also won a super high box office of 3.6 billion. After 7 years, everyone saw Operation Red Sea 2 again during the Spring Festival. Although the original cast is missing this time, it brings everyone a stronger lineup. Just looking at the list of leading actors this time, you can tell that this lineup is definitely tough, and even the only actress Zhang Luxia is also eagerly awaited by everyone. Anyone who has seen her military films knows how exciting her fighting scenes are. She is simply a living female soldier king, not inferior to any male actor at all. In addition to these, Yu Shi, Wang Juan, and De Zhang are not fresh meat, they are all powerful male actors with full explosive power. With this lineup, are you still worried that it won't look good? Second place, the second part of The Conferred God, War and Ziki. Remember when the first part of The Conferred God was released last year, Wu Shen brought a super shock to the domestic entertainment with the Proton group. From the protagonist to the supporting role, from the scene laid out to the costumes and makeup, The Conferred God is really full of heart in every detail. After watching this movie, you will definitely think it is worth it. You know, when many crews still use thick wigs for male actors, Wu Shen has already asked the leading actors to change their hair. I really think that most of the leading actors were amateurs before, and they all performed the horse riding scenes in person, which brought a particularly fresh visual enjoyment to the audience. After watching it, many viewers called on the director to prepare for the second part quickly. So the audience kept calling for it, and finally this War and Ziki came, which was really exciting. However, I don't know if it's because of the summer vacation under the alien, everyone's expectations for this first place are obviously higher than Fengshen 2. In November, when the wind was gradually getting cold, a piece of news made martial arts fans excited. The film The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero, directed by the famous Hong Kong director Tsui Hark, announced that it would be released during the 2025 Spring Festival, and would compete with another highly anticipated investiture of the gods 2, The Battle of Ziki. This news not only indicates that the Chinese martial arts dream of family and country and the creation myth of Chinese civilization will collide and spark during the Spring Festival, but also makes countless fans have high hopes for Tsui Hark, a legendary figure in the history of Chinese language films. Tsui Hark, this name is almost equivalent to an era of Chinese language films. From participating in the New Wave movement of Hong Kong films, to pioneering the new martial arts film, to shaping a series of classic characters and IPs such as Xiao Maje, Dongfang Bubei, and Wang Fihong, Tsui Hark has always stood at the forefront of technology in the film industry and led the trend. However, when this great director decided to remake the largest IP of Jin Yong's novels, The Legend of the Condor Heroes, doubts and expectations coexisted. In the trailer, the names of the male and female protagonists Xiao Zhan and Zhang Dafei are prominently displayed, occupying the entire screen. These two young actors, especially Xiao Zhan, as one of the most influential traffic stars at the moment, have undoubtedly brought great topicality and attention to the film. But at the same time, it is inevitable that people have doubts. Can they really support this martial arts masterpiece? Objectively speaking, if it were 20 years ago, or even 10 years ago, an actor combination like Xiao Zhan and Zhang Dafei would hardly be the male and female protagonists of Tsui Hark's martial arts film. Their acting experience are indeed a bit immature compared to the stars that Tsui Hark has worked with in the past. But why did Tsui Hark choose them? One view is that the highlight of this movie lies in the big scenes and the brand new plot settings, and the actors have relatively limited room to play, so Tsui Hark boldly used two young actors with potential to try. Another view is that Xiao Zhan and Zhang Dafei's image and acting skills are the best candidates to play Guo Jing and Wang Rong. The director searched for him thousands of times and finally found the most suitable actor. There is also a more realistic view that the fan traffic and consumption power behind Xiao Zhan, as well as the resources behind Zhang Dafei, provide a pre-insurance for the investment returns of this film. The director needs to sacrifice the position of the male and female protagonists to keep the basic plate. Regardless of which view is correct, we have to admit that Jin Yong's martial arts, as the most market-appealing film and television IP, is now experiencing an unprecedented challenge. From the emergence of masterpieces in the TVB era, to the promotion of the national project of the CCTV version of Swordsman, to the takeover of directors of different styles such as Zhang Jishong and Yu Feng, the quality of Jin Yong's martial arts dramas has fluctuated, and the reputation has gradually declined. Especially in recent years, the production level of some Jin Yong's martial arts dramas is so low that it is almost unbearable to watch. This makes people think, is Jin Yong's martial arts out of date? Of course not. But we must admit that we have passed the hot love period for it. Since the 1960s, new martial arts novels have experienced a gradual rise and have become an important part of Chinese pop culture. However, with the rapid evolution of the market, more and more works that are more in line with the current situation have emerged in an endless stream, and the elements in Jin Yong's martial arts have gradually become common sense rather than surprises. Against this backdrop, Sui Hark's decision to remake The Legend of the Condor Heroes is undoubtedly a bold attempt. Can he create a new classic based on Jin Yong's martial arts novels, just like he did with Swordsman II? This is not only a question of concern to fans, but also a challenge that Sui Hark needs to face. Judging from the trailer, The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero will mainly describe the grand scenes in the last few chapters of the novel, which is undoubtedly a huge test for the film production team. How to incorporate new ideas and elements while maintaining the spirit of the original work? How to find a balance between grand scenes and plot? These are all problems that Sui Hark needs to solve.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.